Hi there, well I hope you all had a really good Christmas and happy 2018. I can't believe it, it's turned 8 o'clock in the morning and it's still dark out there, unbelievable. Anyway, today what I thought I'd do is have a go at making a wide rimmed platter or bowl, and I thought I'd put some holes in the rim, so it's going to be a Holey Bowl, and that's the sort of idea I'm looking at doing. So, we'll see how we get on. See you in a bit. So I've just used this centre finder to roughly find the centre point. Now I'll drill this small hole. And I'm going to mount it on the lathe using this faceplate. So to centralise the faceplate, I've got this little device. So it's a brad hole with a piece of wood there that's the diameter of the faceplate. So I push that in there and I locate the centre. So that's now centred. Just put the screws in. So this piece of sycamore is actually about 8 inches in diameter and just over 2 inches deep. So what I'll do is I'll true the face up first and then try and curve the underside. So I'm just going to cut a dovetail in here using this scraper. So I've used the branding iron to put my logo on. That's where the foot will be, and I'm just going to curve the bottom of the bowl. Okay, so I've got the shape I was looking for, and this is the Robert Sorby precision boring system. I think precision's a bit of an overstatement, to be honest, because there is a bit of play there. The standard kit comes with a 12mm drill, which is this one, and a 9mm and a 6mm. So what I'm going to do is to drill 12 holes round here at 12mm in diameter. My indexing system on here covers I think 36 in total. So I'm going to drill the first one, then move the indexing position round another 3, and then do another, and carry on like that until I've done 12. So that's the 12 holes done, and it's ever so cold in this workshop at the moment, so I'm going to try and get my hands warmed up, and I'll continue drilling various other size holes, and I'll get back to you. So I'm really happy how that's come out so far. I've used the 3 different drill sizes, and that was all sort of to plan really. I'm not good at random, but I think it works okay. And I've decided I'm going to put some stain on here. So just before I start colouring, one thing I did learn was on this lathe it's really difficult to see these graduations when you're indexing, because the graduation marks are here, but the actual line-up mark on the headstock is here. And it is quite difficult to sometimes know which graduation you're on. So then you end up having to try and feel the next hole, and then you might miss it, and you know, it's just quite awkward really. So what I tried out, and it's worked really well, is I've got a little engineer square here with some rare earth magnets on, and I just attached it to the headstock. And then viewing from above you can see exactly what graduation you're on, and just count them across and then tighten up again. So I found that really useful. Another thing you could do if you've got one is to use a magnetic base like this. Now this is a magnetic base for a dial test indicator for the metalworking lathe that I've got. And I've just stuck a piece of dowel on here instead of the dial test indicator. Magnetic base attached there, and you know, you can see exactly where you are in terms of graduations. Okay, so I've come to the conclusion that I need to get some colour into these holes. So I'm going to use some intrinsic colours, and the colour I'm going to use is honey. So I've remembered my glove, so now I'm going to dab on some of this stone blue. Not sure about this. Well, I'm really not happy with that, so I'm going to sand it all off and start again. Okay, so I'll start again with this golden oak. Well, I'm a lot happy with that now, so I'm just going to put some of this acrylic sanding sealer on it. So just had 2 coats of sanding sealer and now some Yorkshire grit. And now some Hampshire sheen. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm not that bothered about the wax in the holes. I can sort that out when we get round to the other side. So I'll switch it round onto the 4-jaw chuck and we'll concentrate on the other side. Okay, so I've sanded it to 400 and now I've decided to put some ruby on it. So this is turning out to be a bit of a disaster all round. I wasn't happy with the red and I applied a bit of an orange round the edge, but I still wasn't happy. So as you can see, I've sanded a lot of it back and I'm going to stay with this sort of like rustic type effect. I don't know whether it'll work out or not, but I'm just going to hollow out the centre and see how we get on. Okay, I think this tool needs sharpening, so I'll just put a bit of an edge on it. It's just amazing what difference a sharp tool can make. So I've sanded it to 400. Make sure all the dust's gone. And I'll apply a couple of coats of sanding sealer, then Yorkshire grit, and then some Hampshire sheen, and I'll get back to you with the result. So that was an interesting little project, but first of all I'd really like to thank all my subscribers for all the help and support and advice that I've been given. It's been truly fantastic. Also, in the last video of the owls I did ask for feedback in relation to using backing music or backing tracks during the video, and the general consensus was that people preferred not to have music during the video. So what I've decided to do at this moment in time is to produce videos just with my normal music at the beginning and the normal music at the end. So we'll see how that works out. So what have I learned? A couple of things really. Using the set square to do the indexing on the lathe, I found made life a lot easier than trying to guess. So if anybody else has got an Axminster lathe like this, it might be worth giving it a try. Secondly, the basic one really, keep your tools sharp. When I was curving out the inside of the bowl, I was starting to find it sort of quite, difficult, and you're pushing the tool a bit. And I thought, well, let's just give it a sharpen. And to be honest, spending 2 minutes sharpening a tool and then going back to the lathe, the experience on the lathe is fantastic. It cuts a lot better, and it's just a really nice experience. Anything else have I learned? Oh, the old one. Me and doing colours just doesn't work. I'm terrible at it. So I'm not too sure whether or not you'll like the final result. I am actually quite happy with the top of the bowl or platter. Not too sure about the bottom. I think the rustic effect I've got on the top is quite good. But I'd love it if people could give me feedback in terms of what they think. But anyway, this is the finished product, so I hope some of you like it.